baby bus.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Moo Moo Family's Treasure, Part 3.
With the rough wind at their backs, they drifted to an island where the beach was all shiny gold sand and the island littered with all kinds of precious stones.
A small, solitary wooden boat was sailing forlornly on the endless sea. In the boat sat Green Baboon and Brandon Buffalo, the two animals that Sheriff Labrador was looking for. Brandon Buffalo was paddling breathlessly, telling stories while struggling to control the boat's forward movement.
Gold sand, precious stones. Once I find Moo Moo Mountain, all that stuff is mine.
Extremely excited, Green Baboon gave the photo of Moo Moo Mountain a big kiss, and his beady eyes blinked with eager anticipation.
Hey, Brandon Buffalo! Look, is that the mountain ahead? The one that looks like a bull's horns? It looks similar to the mountain in the photo, right?
No, we're still a long way off. A long way.
Then paddle faster! Hurry!
Green Baboon pulled a taser from his waist and poked Brandon Buffalo.
All right.
Brandon Buffalo quickened his pace with a feigned smile on his face and despair in his heart.
Oh my! Over the years, no one in Forestville ever took my boasting to heart. I can't believe this Green Baboon took my stories seriously. Jeez, someone help me, please.
Right at that very moment, Brandon Buffalo heard the distant roar of a motor and looked up to see a speedboat approaching them. It was Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman standing on the speedboat.
Oh, Sheriff Labrador!
Brandon Buffalo exclaimed excitedly. Green Baboon, startled, also looked up.
What? That's Sheriff Labrador! Oh, drat! How did they know where we were? I cleaned up the buffalo's house and removed all traces of my presence. I don't have time for this.
Green Baboon grabbed the other pair of oars and paddled as hard as he could.
Heave! Ho! Heave! Ho! Row! Row! Here we go!
Hand yourself over, Green Baboon. The jig is up.
My precious treasure! I'm so close I can taste it! No way I'm getting taken back to prison! Paddle, paddle, paddle! Brandon Buffalo, paddle faster, or I'll tase you!
Green Baboon shot a hard stare at Brandon Buffalo and with his free hand pulled the taser from his waist and pressed the power button.
I'm paddling!
Although Brandon Buffalo verbally agreed, his hand movements slowed down. Suddenly, he felt that the soles of his feet were wet. Brandon Buffalo looked down and froze.
Water! Water!
What? Stop playing games and wasting time! Hurry up!
This wooden boat! It's taking on water!
Huh? What?
On the speedboat, Sheriff Labrador looked doubtfully at the boat in the distance.
What are they doing? Wait, the boat seems to be sinking.
Oh, let me see.
Officer Doberman looked straight ahead with his hand on his forehead.
Hey now, their boat seems to be taking on water now.
Oh, there's more and more water!
Stop the gibbering! Find the life jacket now!
You tossed the life jackets when we got aboard the boat so that you could make more room for treasure!
What?
Just then, a wave struck the wooden boat, causing it to split open with a loud crack.
Ah! Help! Help me! Sheriff Sheriff Labrador, help me!
I can't swim!
This is awful. And neither of them is wearing a life jacket.
Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman jumped into the water and swam toward where Green Baboon and Brandon Buffalo had gone under. Another wave came in, threatening to push Brandon Buffalo even further away.
Go ahead!
At that very moment, nunchucks wrapped tightly around Brandon Buffalo's arm. It was Officer Doberman, who'd arrived just in the nick of time. After a bit of labored effort, Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman finally pulled the drowning Green Baboon and Brandon Buffalo out of the water.
Thank you so much.
Brandon Buffalo broke out in tears, clinging to Officer Doberman's leg.
Green Baboon kidnapped me and threatened me with a taser. And when I winked hard at Rouge Fox for help, he yelled at me. I admitted I made up everything I said about the pirate's treasure on Moo Moo Mountain on Moo Moo Island. I promise that I will never ever tell tall tales or brag again.
Wait! What? Tall tales!
When he heard that Brandon Buffalo had made it all up, Green Baboon suddenly rose from the ground.
So you mean the gold sand and ground covered in precious stones, pearls, and emeralds thousands of years old? And the talking magic lamp? Is everything you said a lie?
Of course it's a lie! Haven't you seen the big holes in my socks? I can't even afford to get them patched up. If I had access to all that treasure, I'd be wearing new socks every day.
Made up! The whole story was made up! It was all made up!
Green Baboon, not only did you escape from prison, but you committed the crime of kidnapping and caused intentional bodily injury. Come with me to the police station.
At that moment, Officer Doberman smacked his forehead.
Hey now, we've got a problem. Rogue Fox's boat. I promised to help him bring the boat back.
Well, Green Baboon, you also need to compensate Rouge Fox for the damage you caused to his boat.
What? It was old and damaged? That boat was falling apart? I fell into the water believing a made-up treasure story? And now I have to pay for a boat? I'll never do that again, I promise.
You knew the boat was old and damaged and you still set sail without a life jacket. You should have worn a life jacket when taking a boat.